Right guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a review on this men's military wristwatch, and I'm going to tell you why you should not buy one of these. Now as you can see, this thing is basically brand new. So let me take it out, one sec. Okay, this thing is brand new. As you can see, it's got its tags on it, and it's also, if I do this, you'll see that I'm also taking off the plastic. Look, you see that? So as you can see, this thing is absolutely brand new. But there's a reason why you shouldn't buy this watch, guys, and I'll tell you what that reason is in a minute. So let's have a look. First impressions. As you can see, it has one of these locking systems which is doubled. So it's got a doubled locking system. Now the straps, when we open them up, the straps are quite thick and they feel pretty decent. Yeah, we see that. Now it has screen printed water resistant here and water resist chill time. Now this is one of the problems with this watch. It's not chill time. Well, mine is not chill time, but we will talk about that in a minute. But again, going back to this text, I would expect over time this text will rub off because it's just a screen printed or pad printed, whatever you want to call it. Now moving on, we have the face. Now let me just show you this for a comparison. So let me just put this down here for a second. Let me take off my G-Shock. Now there's my G-Shock wristwatch. Now if we have a look at the comparison of the screens, we can see that the small wristwatch is a lot bigger in face than the G-Shock wristwatch. But the difference is between the G-Shock and the small is that the G-Shock actually works. Let me show you guys, if you've not yet noticed, that my seconds hands is not moving. Yes, if I press the light button here, we can see that we can get the digital time on. But going back to the actual hands, then the hands on this watch does not work. You see that? Now watch this. If I open it, change the time, let's move the time ahead. Okay, so let's get it out of the way. Let's get this hands time out of the way of the digital clock. So watch this. If I press this, we can see that the second hand starts up again. But the seconds hands will eventually come to a stop. Because look, you see that? The seconds hand is now came to a stop. So this is why you should not buy the small military watch, because it's not your time at all. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to send this watch back. Instead, I'm going to use this watch as a stopwatch to time my runs. So if you have a look here, we press this button, we can see that the digital time is switched on, 5:36. That's the correct time. And then up here we have the second countdown for the digital time. Now if we press the mode button, this button here is called the mode. So if we press the mode button, now we're in the stopwatch. You see that? So we're in the stopwatch. Press mode again. Now we're in the alarm. Press it again, and now we're back. This is basically wants us to edit the time. So it used this one up here and press again, and we're back to the time. So if we press both of these buttons here on the right hand side, then we switch on the alarm. If we press both in together, we've deactivated the alarm. If we just press this one in, we see what time the alarm set for. We press this button in, we can see the date, which is the 27th of the 5th. And up here is another light button. Okay, so you have a light button there, and you also have a light button down there. But guys, overall, it looks a nice watch. You got to remember, this watch here, this is a clone of the G-Shock Land. Now the G-Shock Land costs about 600 quid, and this one only costs 12 quid. But as you can see, there's a reason why this one costs 12 quid, because it doesn't actually work. But there you go guys, there's my review of the small military wristwatch.